Didn't look good most of the fight. First round, he got rocked.
When he fell, like he was like starting to lose his balance when Henderson popped him, and it was like
I think it came out of the
yeah, you looked that up. But besides that, Pat might have just got me hooked on UFC now because I actually like watching it now. I want to go to that instead of the Pacquiao fight. You're comparing one of the most violent sports in the world to chess. I know what you mean. I'm just messing with your analogy.
It's technical. You make moves, so they make moves, so you can counter their moves.
Exactly.
So if you watch it with someone that kind of understands what you're doing to help you talk it through, because you were bored when they're on the ground. Watch him do this. He's gonna do this.
They played a great game. I was worried most of the game.
Great
Great second half. The first half, oh man, Tylon Smith and like Luke Houston, like that was like I think that was their line. Very small, and Austin. Yeah, you're a big Luke fan. All right, we got our first call of the day. I'm not gonna hang up on him this time. What is up? You're now in Klim's Corner.
You were just talking about Hayward Day. How about the fact they also didn't have a quarterback at the same time?
That is actually incorrect. I think that they either had Kerry Collins or Jamarcus Russell at that time too. And
Jamarcus Russell, he is not a quarterback. He's just a glorified case basically who could not make it in the NFL. Kerry Collins was at the end of his career. How did you do after that?
Well, also, Eric, you have to look at what Darius Hayward-Bay did in Indianapolis with Andrew Luck, who is a quarterback. I think he still was like top 5 in the league in drops. The extra playoff team, I like that. You know why I would like that? Because the hottest team the last time the Giants won the Super Bowl wasn't New York coming in. It was Philadelphia coming in. So who would have made the playoffs? Philly. That is a little fan bias, but also you look at some of the teams who come in late, who just miss out by a game, who are on like 6-game winning streaks.
If you're garbage the first little bit of the season,
yeah,
you don't deserve to be in the playoffs. If you're garbage at any point during the season, I think it should be harder to make it in the playoffs.
But thank you for Eric for calling in. We will see you guys on Friday. We do one show a day, 2 shows a week. We were going through a slow patch because from about the end of the Super Bowl till about last week, the whole like sports news, it was very slow because basketball was very hard to report, especially on a day-to-day basis. I think one show, didn't we just talk about the NBA uniforms for like a half an hour?
Yeah.
That was really bad. It was I think it was the Friday before I went home. Both of us were going home. So it was kind of like one of those days, like the whole professionalism thing has to come into factor, but it was a really slow sports day. So it's like having 2 shows a week is fun, especially once football season comes around again next semester. We're gonna have a lot of stuff to talk about because we ran out of time last year. A lot of the time we go to like almost 3:30 reporting about stuff. Well, like the whole thing behind my show was Klim's Corner. My last name is Jared. My last name is Klim. So that titled on the fact that my boss over at the sports place I was writing for, he came up with the whole Klim's Corner idea, so I just stuck with that. And instead of trying to be a genius and come up with something completely new for my show, I just thought, just give it the same name I have my sports column. So it also helps with like making the Facebook page and the Twitter account for the show and stuff, which I try to update daily. Well, we tend to try to reach everybody because like sports is a good thing. I know some people are very against like sports aren't cool, whatever. It's not something you're interested in, but sports have a lot of good things. So it's something that brings people together. Like everyone watches the Super Bowl, whether it be for the commercials, the halftime show, or whatever. It's still like sports is the main thing in American culture. So hopefully we try to reach everybody.
You know, both of us like different sports and have more different interests. Like he's a big football guy. I'm more of like I like racing. I like fighting, boxing, MMA, stuff like that. So it gives it more of a broader audience of people who like different sports, which I cover on like a lot of.
Well, we try to watch them on TV so we actually know what we're talking about. Because when I'm talking about the basketball games, he's only been to 2, so he really.
Stays quiet.
I stay quiet. I'm the one talking. I feel like I'm talking to like empty air because he knows what he's listening to. I was actually in my dorm room. It was outside the career fair that was during the student orientation. And I had already walked to a couple places. I really wasn't that interested. I'm in my room. I look out the window. I see the radio board. And I'm like, oh. So I literally went back downstairs and walked over and I just asked him. Jairik, I said before, was very open about it. He's like, yeah, definitely. Come talk. I'll write your name down. Avi will send you an email about show times and everything, and you guys get started. And it's been pretty good ever since. And everyone said they liked it. Like all the people, like it was yes again my family and some people are on campus. They liked it better when he was on too because it changed up the pace a little bit. Because literally it would just be me reading off a sheet for an hour and then I'd go home. You guys can follow me on Klim's Korner on Facebook. It's spelled with a K. Both of them are spelled with a K. And then you could also follow me on Twitter at Klim's Korner. And I'll like post the link. I'll post I'll tell you where to go because you go to wsinradio.com and I'll forward you to that. And you can listen to any of the people on the stations. There's also the TuneIn Radio app you can get for your iPhones that you can listen to us on the go. If you enjoy working, it's better, but if you're doing a job that's stressing you out, it's not worth it. I thought about it. I'm like, if it's who you know, that actually could help you. So I thought to myself, like, I do have connections in certain places. I could maybe get an internship, then get the job, and then get myself working up towards, maybe I don't have a radio show till I'm like 35. If I'm working in the studio behind, like getting putting stuff up for them, like calling guys for interviews, that's awesome. I would still rather do that than be running around looking for a story at Hill House High School or for the New Haven Ravens minor league team. I don't know if they moved already or whatever. So like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, it's who you know. It's the way it is in the workplace now, but I'd rather do that.